Alright guys, welcome. Today I am going to use the Logitech G35s in my review of the Asus Strix gaming headset, or the Asus Strix DSP gaming headset. Um, for obvious reasons, I can't have this hooked up if I'm gonna review it. It's gonna be a bit problematic taking it off, showing you stuff, and yeah. So that's why I'm gonna use another pair of headset to review this. So hopefully you'll enjoy, and if you do enjoy, please subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and yeah, let's get going, I guess. Alright guys, this is the audio game station, and that's what Asus is calling it. It's a bit big, but it doesn't really matter, for me at least. I have a lot of space on my desk. And yeah, it's actually very handy to have. So let's start with the inputs and outputs on this thing. One USB cable for power and the actual data going through the controller. We have one knob down here, which controls the mic, the main volume, and the spectrum. I'll go further into this when we're there. Another knob here that turns up and down volumes of stuff. Main audio volume, um, mic volume, and going through the different modes on the spectrum as well. On this side, we have two outputs. The left one, or I think it's the right one for you guys, it's for the headset itself. It's a 3.5 millimeter jack for mic and audio. The other one is for speakers or output other sorts of audio. There's a button right here at the front that says speakers, and it actually says speakers on the side as well of that jack. So yeah. And then we have the second button. It's the amp, the one that's glowing right now. You can turn it off, turn it on. It simply amplifies the sound. I've had this on for the entire time I've been testing it. Of course I've tested it without it on, but I actually enjoy having it on. It actually amplifies the sound in a good way, not too bad. So if you turn it off, the amplifying of the sound is off. Next button is for the mic. So muted, unmuted. And the last button is for the speaker, so you switch mode to speaker mode. So if you have anything else hooked up to the sides, for me, I've had a different pair of headsets just to test it out because I don't have any speakers. So yeah, it works flawlessly. Just turn up the volume, turn down the volume, no problem at all. So let's go into the different modes. Oh yeah, sorry, the first button is surround. I'll go further into that later. Like I said, can turn up and down the volume. It's on main volume right now. That's where you change here. So this one is for the mic. You can turn up the mic or turn it down. So your mic will get louder or less loud, I guess. Next one, boom, main audio volume. Nothing spectacular about that, just very easy to use, to be honest. And then we have the spectrum. There's 4 modes. There's racing mode, which is what it is in right now. I don't know if you can actually see it. There's like a racing flag right there. The next mode, let's see if I can actually turn it. Yep, it's for RPGs and stuff like that, MOBAs, fighting. Yeah. So it uses it changes the amplified sound, I guess, different levels of sound. Next one is there's a footstep on it, so it basically amplifies the footsteps in games, or that's what it's trying to do at least. I haven't used this one as much, but the I've tested the other ones pretty heavily. Um, and this one is for pure FPSs. I've been playing some Rainbow Six Siege a lot lately, and this is what I've been using. I've tested the footsteps, but I enjoyed the gun logo way more than the actual footsteps because I have no idea. I just enjoy the sound way more. So let's get. You can. Oh right. If you don't want the spectrum, this is what they're calling it. This is the spectrum. If you want normal sound, you just go into the spectrum mode on this knob right here, and then you click on that one. That means it's muted or off, I guess. So then you can just change, and the audio is the same everywhere. And you can do that for the main sound as well, muted. And the maybe if I turn it the right way, and the mic as well, muted. So you don't have to use that mic button to mute or unmute, but it's there's several ways to do it. Just pick what you like, and that's fine. So the actual surround. Let's go into the main audio. Press the surround button, I guess. It's this one, right? Yeah. Um, it's supposed to be 7.1 surround sound, but it's simulated 7.1 surround sound, which makes it sound like you're in a tin can, pretty much. And that's not just for the Asus DSP, Asus Strix DSP headset. It's for pretty much everything that simulates surround sound. There are some headset manufacturers that actually have managed to make real surround sound. I don't think there's any that has 7.1, but there's several ones that have 5.1 real surround sound. And the way they made it, it's they put the speakers on top of this arch right here, on top of the headset. They put all the speakers in, and then they have tubes going down to the actual air pads, I guess, that come in from different angles, and then they have the actual bass inside here. So that's how they managed to do it. And on my G35s, the ones I'm using right now to talk to you and listen, they also have simulated 5.1, not 7.1 surround. But I don't like that either. It still sounds like you're in a tin can. So I do not use that at all. I can't listen to it. It's really how should I put this? You can you get confused. Like when you have the surround sound and play for let's say for in this example Rainbow Six, you can hear people everywhere. Like you can't make out where they're coming from. So that's for me at least. But other than that, it's I love this sort of thing. It's so easy to use. I don't have to go into any program, hard software, and change stuff like I have to do on my G35s. It's just right here on the fly. Don't have to do anything. It's really easy to use, to be honest. I highly recommend this headset for people that are on a budget and want to have a good experience with headsets in general. It's a pretty big headset, to be honest. But if you don't mind using big headsets, that's just fine. It's not that big. And then we have the mic. It's a detachable mic. You can just detach it like this, and you have the mic, and it's very flexible. Like you can bend it and do whatever you want with it. Have it far away from your mouth or close to your mouth. It doesn't really matter. And it's a 3.5 millimeter jack as well. This one, right? Let's do this. That one right there. The actual wire for the headset, it's about a meter, maybe a bit more. So, and that's also a 3.5 millimeter jack, but as you can see, it has. Wait, I don't know if you can actually see it. Let's try to do this. See if it actually focuses. There you go. It has lots of inputs on it, and that's because of the mic left, right, and then I think it's the actual data going through, so it can manage the different amps and surround and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been using this for about a week, a bit more, and I actually like them a lot. Um, so if you're looking for a headset and you're on a budget, it's not a cheap headset. Let's not fool anyone. It's not a cheap headset, but you get a lot of stuff for that money. I when I bought or when I got this from Asus, I was a bit skeptical because of the size and all the different modes on the actual audio game station. But after using it for a while, I got used to it very fast. Let me tell you that it took not even 2 hours to like test out all the different audio for the game I was playing or the games I was playing, and it's great, to be honest. Um, there is the wire going into the headset. It's protected by this thick rubber thing, so you can't really break it off. It's very durable, and yeah, look at them. They look great as well. They look so good. I wish I had a headset stand for these so I could just put them up when I'm not using them. Would be so cool just to have them hanging around. But overall, good headset, great, uh, let's say headset per dollar or whatever currency you're using. Yeah, so that's about it. If you want to know the specs of the mic and the actual headset, I'll be posting them in the description below. And thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Peace out.